princes. It's been only a week, thankfully. We've actually been keeping to a schedule, but there's only one person I can ask. Honey, what happened last week?
From the week before, where Runara, our light cleric, and Loyalty, our tiefling who seems to have an identity crisis, were met a mysterious fey individual who was trying to get Lo to come back because someone wanted him back. Loyalty attempted to bargain, offering, if I remember, to get an anniversary gift. And things escalated quickly. A fight broke out whereby the poor individual who had been brought as an envoy in order to get Loyalty back ended up getting the wrong end of a rose bush, to say the least.
2 arrows in the eyes, hit with a rocket launcher, chopped to fuck, a rock against his head.
I mean, they deserved it.
Oh yeah, they did kill King.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they murdered one of our friends.
It's all well and good saying your actions have consequences. I point at the NPC and go, yeah, so do yours, bitch.
Yeah. You don't say that in character.
I wouldn't say in character, but I still killed them.
In character, do not have a concept of what an NPC is.
That's just a person.
It's a people.
Not anymore, it's not.
So then Lo, still struggling with his identity crisis, ended up running away, getting the party pretty miffed with him, and ending up travelling to Luskan, delayed. And that's where we all are now.
Okay. You guys arrive in from the southern gates. You set up your carts at the stables, which are closer to the north gate. And I'm correct. I'm just going to make sure I get the bridge. Because there's 3 bridges that cross over the entire portion of it. But the northern bank... Fuck, it doesn't have a bridge name. You cunt. Wow. The northern gate is closer to where you set up, so you can leave your horse template there. It is about 5 in the afternoon, because you had your wake up travel, but then a delayed arrival. So you're closer to 5 in the afternoon than anything else. Fossil Week says that unless you guys have work or business to do in the town, rest up for the night, and he'll meet you back at the stables tomorrow. It is worth noting as well that when Foss enters the city, he goes under a disguise. And he just looks like a man with deep brown skin and a big bright smile to his face with a single golden tooth.
What does Stampy look like?
His magic ain't that strong, it's a fucking Triceratops.
Alright, that's fair.
If it ain't broke, don't fix
World's largest ox!
I will, of course, be in my disguise to look more dryad-like. More wood than bone, that sort of stuff, yeah.
Pearls, God bless you for your fucking gift choices. Fucking best. Okay. So, what do you guys do?
So we find
We'll
somewhere...
probably... Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go on. No, I was going to say, so we find somewhere to set up for the night and then decide if we want to go out and do anything in our one night in Luskan.
I was thinking we should probably see where our employer wants to go, and once he's settle up and... yeah.
Oh no, he's left you guys at the stables off on his own business.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't want to be followed or bothered. I have my own duties in Luskin that I'll be dealing with, and I'll meet you back here at dawn.
Fair.
So yeah, so we find somewhere to stay for the night, and then we know if we get split up to where to reconvene.
That's probably a good idea. I have somewhere I want to go.
What are we going to do about our giant friend?
He's with Fast, isn't he?
Yeah, he followed Foss.
Hello.
He isn't illusioned or anything, but he is with Foss. And you are noticing that when they arrived, Foss did put a collar on him to a chain to keep him with him.
Yeah, should we find somewhere to go? I wouldn't mind either going via or afterwards going to like a market or something. But for now, yeah, we should find somewhere to go first.
Yeah,
so
I'm
that
going for that.
Renara's right.
Okay. So I'll find the guard and I'll see if I can, or the
Sure.
passerby, and see if I can find out
Make
where the
An investigation check.
good inn,
Good in.
not a sleazy inn, good inn.
You're in Luskan.
Oh dear.
That's an unnatural
You're
one.
in Luskan.
At least it's an unnatural one. And not an actual one. It's not a critical failure.
Guidance.
Guess our guidance.
Nah,
Should have
wouldn't
declared
make
it before you rolled.
No, it wouldn't make a difference. It's fine.
It absolutely wouldn't. It takes you the better part of 2 hours. So it's about 7 at night before you actually find anybody who doesn't just like turn you away. Because what you've seen very quickly in Luskan is there aren't any, say, well, there are some, but what you can differ between a guard and a thug are very different, or not very different at all, should I say? Excuse me. Leather armors, no real symbols or regalia. There are some that have these like large, essentially like, the only way I can really describe it, because I don't know the actual term, is like a musketeer's hat with feathers. And you realize after about an hour that the people with the large and most colorful plumage are the ones who seem to either be captains or higher authority. And you are eventually led to the one of the two places you're told to go is either the Cutlass, which is known for being a very popular and very, very busy tavern, or the Seven Sails Inn, which is a long held establishment. The Cutlass you can see on the map.
Yeah.
If
Do I
we're
get a
going
vibe
to
of?
go to a, if we're going to go to a dive and a dump, can we go to a quieter one?
Anyone want to respond to that? Or Kay, you're muted.
Yeah, we can go to whatever one's quietest. It's probably best.
Yeah,
I
we're
have
kind of
booze.
we're kind of a weird group, so maybe maybe not the super busy one.
Okay. That's the Seven Sails.
Cloak with hood might be nice. I mean, big.
It won't cover
big
you
hood.
and your horns, but you can try.
Behold, human Rayla! Hello, humans, fellow humans. God, I sure love being human.
You bitch.
It's too early for this shit.
Ah, it's too late for this shit. Okay. So, after finding out its name, it takes you to about 8 p.m. to actually find the Seven Sails Inn. And that the Seven Sails Inn is on the south side of the city, on the Setting Sun Street. And you do see that there is a large water tower in this area, and that is referred to as the Needle. And that's where you're staying up in. It has 7 suns setting on its sign. Fuck the cunt who wrote that. But it doesn't actually have a position here on the map. So we'll just say it's somewhere about map. Actually, excuse me. There we go.
Mark it with a pen, just like using the
There you
pen thing.
Never mind, Manora's got it. I did do a mark on it, so it's all good. It's only a little grey one because it's not that easy to find because this is Luskan. Good luck.
That's cool. Yeah, I guess we'll go in, we'll try and get some rooms and all that jazz.
I knew the reference blew and I hated you, and you're currently muted because we can't hear you.
Hmm?
I couldn't hear you for a second. You were talking and I didn't hear you.
No, I wasn't. I was muttering to myself.
Ah, fair enough.
I wasn't saying anything.
Bitch.
And all that jazz.
Okay. You do find that whilst this maybe only half the tavern is full, it's because it is later in the evening. As you walk in your merry band, there are 2 bouncers at the door. One is a very rotund halfling, and the other is a half-orc who looks typical of this profession, i.e. he looks like a rugby player and could probably tackle Wittig. It wouldn't end well for him, but he could tackle Wittig. And they do request your weapons before you enter.
Sure. Do you want the crossbow? I want no bolts, but do you want the crossbow? Like, I've got nothing to...
They'll take everything off of you. The half is like, just make me take everything.
Sure. I'll hand over my crossbow and a hand axe.
The half-orc takes it all, and there is essentially, that you can see, is a locked it's the equivalent space of an outhouse, and your weapons are put in there in a set on like a shelf. The shelf is like closed and locked.
If they can find the dagger that I keep in my torso, they're more than welcome to it.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're finding that one.
But no, I hand it over.
Is there anything anyone tries to hide?
I don't
No.
try to hide it, but Kika's spear will vanish. Because that
Yeah,
just...
you can just...
No, it
Yeah,
just, it just happens. Like, she can make it vanish,
know.
or it will happen on its own, so...
I've watched Critical Role. I know how that works.
I tried to... No.
I'm
You
gonna
wanna
hand
try
all
singing?
I'm gonna hand all my stuff over, but I'm gonna pocket 2 walloping stones just in my pocket. So they're just
You
normal
have stone.
stones.
Well, in fairness, they're stones. Like, whilst Daz will never say this again, these NPCs do not see a threat in your stones and let you keep them.
They'll take the sling, not the stones.
Yes.
Neither of my weapons are particularly hideable.
No, they are not.
Scimitar and a huge crossbow.
So you hand them both over.
Carlos, how do you think I feel? I have literally Guts' sword on my back. Yeah, I'll just be walking in now. Like, nothing suspicious here. No.
That's the intimidation rule for stealth, whereas I use this to hide it. You don't see my sword. I don't see your sword. But no, your sword has the distinct issue of it has to be put in, not like on a shelf. It's just left in. It's too big.
Lo will approach the I wanted to say bodyguard. He's not a bodyguard. He's technically a bouncer.
Still works.
But is gracious enough to sort of go, okay, here's one dagger, and then here's another one, and here's another one, and he sort of goes into his pockets, sort of feels the mask, lifts the hand up for a second, and that's everything. Yes. Yeah.
Make a deception check. Because you told me 3, and I know you were 4.
I forgot that I had a 4th, so thank you for telling me that.
God damn it.
So
Well, you can either offer it or make a deception.
I will offer it.
Okay. I was like,
That's
okay,
a
is he being clever?
That's
It's gonna be one of
that's
those,
a
like,
mistake on my
1,
part.
2, 3. That's it.
No, No, it's sort of like that very awkward thing of here's another one, and here's another one, and yeah, here's another one. Oh yeah, I forgot the other one. And then there's another one.
From
But-
another angle, you could see as the deception's so good, they didn't even know they had the knife on them. They were it was so well done. They didn't even know they had. Yeah.
No, that was a mistake on my part. Sorry. Hans.
All good. So, you guys hand over your bits and make your way in. The tavern is quiet. There's two half elves playing chess. They both seem more well-to-do than not. Middle class, decently clean robes. Playing chess between each other. Drinks that haven't been touched. And behind the bar there is a... Nah, it's too typical for it to be a dwarf. There's a dragonborn. It's like, now we'll get rid of that one. I choose this instead. It is a black dragonborn. Fairly scrawny person. Aside from that, there's maybe 6 or 7 sailors, which are obvious for the whole sleeveless attire, tanned skin, obvious tattoos that are, you know, the hearts with the word mother on them kind of thing. There's one guy who looks like he's got a very ripped patch where it looks like it's been flipped and it now says wow. And yeah, what do? You're in the tavern.
Carry on.
As we enter, I'll quickly turn to Serenus. Serenus, can we please try not to do anything to get ourselves killed in this town, i.e., turn into a bear? Just.
Bear off the table. Now with deer though, like acid, right?
Let's try and be civilized in this
Dude,
town.
it was only yesterday. Dude,
Ew.
no.
Bad taste.
Was he?
I mean, it was actually about a week. Well, about 5 days. So
Time stopped mattering to loyalty when he came out of the Feywild.
I think so. Yeah.
Loyalty is all of us right now. It's like, wait, it's what day?
It's 1 year? What have I missed?
What year is it?
Whoa, what's going on?
You literally had to ask.
I got you, Renato. Don't worry.
Just try and
I'm fine.
make it and approach the behind the bar and
Hello. What can I do for you today?
hey,
Yes, no teeth.
have you got any rooms just for the night?
I have 4 rooms available. And you just see that
Yeah.
his entire lower jaw, no teeth.
Oh, okay. How much for 4 rooms?
That's going to be 4 gold a piece
$4 a piece. What per room?
per room.
It's very expensive for a night.
They are the I don't have to say on what the prices are. That's for management to do it, not for me. But if I don't charge you for each, it comes back to my pay. So I have to pay you or charge you for the rooms.
Well, we don't need 4, I guess. I suppose we could 2 or 3. And
There's 3 beds, 2 rooms.
okay, well, some of us don't sleep, so we can probably get away with 2. Wicket, you don't want a bed, do you?
What? No.
You don't need a bed, do you?
Or do I?
Alright, so should we just get 2 rooms?
So you want 2 rooms? That's 8 gold, please.
I'm having a hard time understanding his accent. How much?
I
Anyone?
can see
Yeah.
Krauser just being
I was
like,
not-
8.
Anyone?
He said 8. I'll throw 2
I'll-
to
I'll-
Gordon.
I'll put the 6 in.
Thank you, sir and madam. There's your two keys. These two are for the rooms when you go up. They're at the far end of the room. Please make yourself at home.
I'll go up and order another room for my girls.
Oh shit, forgot about the
Always forget about
Thank
them.
you, ma'am.
How much is that?
Yes. Another 4 gold, please.
Yep, I'll give him 4 gold.
Thank you, and that's for you. When you leave, please bring back the keys in the morning. We do breakfast at sunrise.
breakfast included.
Breakfast is included.
The Wi-Fi.
A what?
I'm afraid
Aircon.
there isn't no way. If you would like, we can get the Warforge in with the fan hand for the aircon.
No
But
Wi-Fi.
considering it's nearly winter, I don't think you need it.
Okay, yeah. I'll
And
run
you're going
up all
north.
the-
They're making me talk in this lisp more. Cunt. I'm killing girls. I'm not killing any of you else, but I'm killing girls.
Am I the only one who can follow this accent?
I
no.
literally have been sitting here just like
I'm
barely
watching
understanding
Paige
what's going
being
on.
Like,
The only thing that came to
I'm
my
looking at the reaction, not you.
mind, like bargaining about like these like breakfast and stuff, is I just want to come forward like, well, I was on Trivago and he said it's cheaper, so can you offer me incentive for like not to give you these?
I'm not going to respond to you in that accent because it's hurting my lips.
Oh.
That's the
hurt
problem.
my
That's the
gosh.
problem with the goofy accent.
I know. It's my problem.
Be like me, don't even try.
Ah, yes. Good evening. Ah, yes. Good evening.
I've gotten away with it so far.
No, I've noticed it.
There's also the Patters NPC. Hello.
Same guy.
That's the spectrum. Anyway.
I don't suppose any markets will be open at this time of night, are they? Or
I'm afraid not.
is there anything?
I believe there's going to be something down at the Prisoners' Carnival at 10.
The where? Sorry.
The Prisoners' Carnival.
It's Carnival. Okay, thank you. Just
That's
in case.
closer to the market by the Host Tower Bridge.
Right. Okay. Well, check that out. Just in case we get lost on our way back. What was the name of this tavern again, sir?
DM.
No, he knows the name of it. He's
I'm
doing
trying to get him
this.
to say it in this voice.
Seven Sails Inn, sir. The Seven Sails, or known as the Safe Sails, if you prefer.
Do you
Brilliant.
know what's on the sign to make sure we know? Just kidding.
Oh yeah. What's it?
Please.
There are 7
no.
suns because this is the setting sun street.
Is there a little girl on the beach selling stuff? What does she sell?
She sells seashells by the seashore. She lives in the Scribes Academy that's closer towards the North Gate Bridge.
Is that open to the public?
There's
Well,
a small study library, but it's mostly serves as payment and its way of keeping the costs going for the orphanage that's attached to it.
Are they open now, or are they going to be closed?
I think they stay open till maybe 11, maybe.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, never
Oh.
talk to that NPC again.
Yes. Don't worry, we'll talk to him in the morning.
My name is Simon. It's a
Oh.
pleasure.
Nah, he does the
That
night.
poor
He does,
man.
he does the night shift. Someone else will be on there in the morning.
No, like,
For Dash's sake, there's going to be somebody else.
The morning will be someone with too many teeth.
no.
No, that is the opposite of something I
That
would
is a
ever
mental
do.
image I don't want.
If you ever make a character with too many teeth, I'll fix it quick.
The next day when we go see me speaking normal, he goes, "Sorry, I didn't have my dentures in yesterday." Oh, now I can speak fine.
6,000 recipes for soup.
I ate soup.
Shoot.
Soup.
Well,
Okay.
Kika, do you want to go check out the Scribes Academy then?
Yes, very much.
Alright.
Oh, do we want to swing by that prisoners carnival thing, or?
You down for that?
Out of character is on the way there.
Yeah, but that's meant to be happening later
Or at 10?
at 10.
It's like 9 now, right? 8, 9 o'clock?
It's about 8 o'clock currently.
Not
We
9
can do it on the way back then, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, we'll take a stroll to Scrubs Academy quickly.
Okay.
So,
Anyone else got an opinion or all good?
Barker, yeah. Have you got
Yes.
like any aisle for the go?
We don't have anything for transport. We keep our mugs here. But you can
I got
have a
my-
drink when you come back.
Okay, I'll do that then. Alright.
Have a good day, sir.
I will inquire with the barkeep regarding 2 things: where I can post a letter.
Yes?
You don't have to do the voice if you don't want to.
It's okay.
Where would I be able to post a letter?
The Red Dragon Trading Post on the north side of town. It's a very large building. It has the design of a red dragon sitting on top of the doorway inward.
The
It's
dragon is
somewhat-
shitting.
The Red Dragon Trading Post, and it's sitting on the top of the door.
The dragon's shitting on the door.
No, sir, he's sitting on the door.
Circular logic is one that has not reached this man.
That door must smell.
And where would one be able to buy hounds?
Hounds? Ooh. I don't know many people who do hounds. Your best bet is to check the market in the morning.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome, ma'am. Have a nice day.
I didn't know you wanted a puppy.
Did you say hounds?
Yes, I would like 3 guard dogs for the sisters.
Good idea.
Makes sense.
They'd also be good at tracking, maybe, so they can always find their way back to you.
Precisely. There would also be good training for them for when they became ladies of my kingdom. Pet may not seem like much responsibility, but it's good to start somewhere.
Have any other animals there?
I guess it would depend on who's at the market.
Depends what the market's going on tomorrow morning, yeah?
Yeah, I
I
need to
do
go by
pic-
the market in the morning anyway, so I can.
Do
yeah, just
picture
gotta
them.
get supplies.
I do picture them with these big. I don't know. I don't know the name or whether they've whether they've gone extinct now. I have no idea. But there's the big long dogs with a long tail. They go running. The big elegant dogs.
I don't know if
I
they're
get-
really good for guarding.
I mean, the girls are elegant. I just thought they were, elegant dogs for 3 very elegant girls.
All 3 of them are not blushing. Honest.
Oh,
I once saw a dog that was like when Hank passed through from the tree. It had this snout, small. I think they said Ugg.
In my
Dog?
world, Uggs don't exist. Those dogs have never been mutilated with breeding like that. They are healthy, happy living dogs.
Noted.
Just for clarity, because I hate that breeding, because humans ruined even the best boys.
Mm-hmm. Right, so we go to the academy and check that out.
Yes.
So, Go
I was
there.
really curious how long you were going to do the shitting thing, by the way.
Oh,
I was fucking
Fuck.
losing.
Fuck. It's too quiet here. But I'm just like, I want to go, but at the same time, I just, you know, sort of gestures to the
you're coming.
hood and stuff. Do we have to?
You're not staying here by yourself.
Okay.
Let us be clear, Loyalty. You have at least 2 responsibilities. We must settle up with the merchant who we escorted, and we must deliver this letter on command of the king. After that, you may do as you wish.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, I'm not used to this. Just as to himself. I got nowhere else to go. I mean, I'll pay one my way and everything, but to be honest, without you lot, I've nothing. I just don't know if I don't know if I'm ready for people to see me.
That's muted.
Oh, I'm saying nothing. Play away.
Oh, it's like they were talking.
I don't know how much of a
Sorry.
say you really get in that loyalty. People are gonna see you whether you want them to or not.
Well, there's people seeing you, and then there's ways of making people see what you want them to say.
Huh.
I walk outside.
Okay. After that riveting talk, you all make your way outdoors. And do you make your way towards the Scribe Academy?
Yes.
Okay. The Scribe Academy, after you make your way, actually, at that
actually,
point, what way do you
before-
go?
I step outside and I ask for my weapons back.
You do receive back your weapons.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Very important that you did that, thank you.
Yes, because I didn't want to somehow get into a fight and then we go.
Don't try and pull a fast one on us, DM.
I mean, to be fair, Wittick's probably dangerous enough as is with his bare hands.
Low,
bare hands?
awkward.
you probably have a set. We're gonna kill Curls with the puns, you do realize this.
My brain is too sleepy for this. This is the tired, goofy humor that my brain appreciates when it's this tired.
Perfect.
This is the only humor I can think of when I'm tired. You have bare hands?
Awkwardly take the daggers back, but before he leaves, I can imagine the bouncer goes, "You forgot one," and then comes back, picks it up, and then goes back out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
that was the thing. Is like, I would rather not get into a fight and then be like, oh great, I now have to do fisticuffs with a man with a sword. Fuck me.
It'll be
Like-
fine.
Got my stones.
You all just start throwing rocks at people, knocking everyone down. The thugs are very confused.
Didn't you hear? Rock beats scissors.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, after we get all of our
What way do you go?
I guess probably along what would be considered a main road. I don't think we want to be going in back alleys in this strange town.
That would take you through the market to go to the Scribes Academy.
Sure, we'll go that way.
Mm-hmm. As you make your way past the market, you can see that there's a lot of closed stalls for the night, but there's a wide open space that is the closest to the buildings on the southeast side that has a step up to it, and you actually see hanged men's nooses. How the fuck did I do this action for half an hour, but then I fuck up a hangman noose?
And now you can't talk in your normal voice.
Yeah.
Uno reverse.
No! I can't talk anyway! You see a set of 3 hangman noose. This is indicating that this is probably a place that gets used a lot. And you see a single figure that is currently not being hung, but is strapped around the top with individuals about them, probably about half a dozen. And their person who is there is currently being whipped.
So that's the thing they were talking about. That happens at 10.
Well, that's happening now. You can guess what happens at 10.
Yeah.
Let's get this done kind of quickly.
Yeah, let's just keep moving.
I don't think I want to go there anymore.
No.
So you make your
Yeah.
way through the streets as you go. As you're traveling, a lot of these places, you can tell that there are a lot of people here. It's like old style buildings that have just been fucked up that people are trying to make better. And you can tell that there's an obvious effort that's been made on like fixing certain things and fixing certain buildings from disrepair. You also see something that a lot of you are probably very familiar with, indications of where pictures or signs or posters have been ripped down off of walls. Nearly one every 2 or 3 buildings, there's like something on there that's been ripped off. Eventually, you make your way to the Scribes Academy, which is one large fence. Essentially, I'll show you. It's one large fence that takes up this entire area here. Around this area to here, cordoning it off. The buildings inside are nice. They're not amazing. They're not like higher quality, like old English buildings, shall we say, but they're kept in good condition. There are, and this is the first time you've seen them, 2 guards at the actual entrance to the Scribes Academy. One is a excuse me. One is a Goliath in this heavy set of chain with a appropriately large kite shield, and he has a halberd in his other arm. And the other one is a human who also has a spear in his hand, a shield, and chainmail. Do you approach?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of nervously.
Okay. Who is holding what? Because I
Holding
brought...
what?
Who is holding what? Because there are 2 things you're bringing.
I think I have both. I have a letter.
Okay.
I have a letter.
Yeah,
and
I
I have
feel
a letter
like
and a package.
Cool. I was checking because that's important. So the human registers that you guys are there. As you're all like, they knew you were coming before you approached, and it was a case of him just getting up. Hello, it's a bit late. What can we help you with? Looking at the menagerie in front of him, and you have that glint in his eye of the obvious person's going, adventurers.
Yeah, Keegan's like feathers are just like totally flat. He's just like kind of really scared and just like, I have a delivery to make.
Oh. Who is it for, might I ask, miss?
I was asked to take these directly to the headmistress.
Soraya, just a moment there. And he just like rings a little bell that's just above him. It goes up, and you can just see like a thread, and you can just like hear a very faint hum ringing through that thread as it makes its way inward.
I'm just
And you can see
picturing
that.
I'm just picturing Kika like glancing over at the group and people are like,
Lo is holding the cloak above his mouth and is just doing thumbs up. Like, doing fine.
He's doing the shitty Chris Hemsworth. You can't see me, I'm invisible, see?
Standing incredibly still.
No, that's right.
Also, because it is gated, I was imagining whenever he's ringing that bell, it's just like being like at a gate for like a rich person's house, like, Yes, hello. Hi, I'm here to. I'm
You
here
can
to.
buzz them in.
You need to buzz me in.
Yeah.
You can just see that it rings up, and there's actually like a little, essentially the equivalent of a bee that like rings up and through everything that goes to the building at the back, because it's essentially what you can pretty much see as a schoolyard. That's the main thoroughfare in from this gate, and there's plenty of chalk marks all over the floor where it's obvious kids have like been drawing and playing with chalks. There's painted out signs for game areas, like what would be the equivalent of soccer and things like that around it. And after 2 or 3 minutes, a high elf, a human, makes his way down. Not you.
A high elf human. Oh,
Which one is
High
it?
elf. I meant to say one, not the other. It is a high elf.
okay.
I meant to say male. Excuse me. Comes down. He's got this kind of almost grayed, but mostly just kind of platinumish colored hair. Comes down. His features are thin. He has this blue jacket that's like sits over, almost like kind of 1800s capes that kind of like sit over the shoulders, kind of thing. And he's got a suit on that's buttoned over as he makes his way down. Yes, can I you rang the bell, and the guard turns. Professors, they said they have a letter for Saraya. Might I see it, please, the letter?
I was told it was for her eyes only.
And then he just watches for like a moment. He just like waves his hand. Oh, and obvious magical flutter goes with it. I see. I will take the letter to her. I am aware that I should not open that.
I was requested to see her in person. I'm sorry, I can... I mean, if you want to pass on a message to her, maybe she'll want to see me then.
Give me a moment, then I will see. I'll be right back. And he just makes his way very quickly. Not a run, but more of a jog up. And after maybe 10-15 minutes...
Basically the speed running.
I'm doing the white person run. I'm doing the white person run.
Oh, someone's letting me cross the road. I better half run, half walk.
Thank you.
He makes his way, and after a moment, he comes back. After 10 minutes, he comes back, and with him is another high elf. Her hair is almost blonde to the equivalent of cream colored, as is her skin. She has a single. You're not sure if it's a birthmark, a scar, or a tattoo, but it's the equivalent of just 2 little blue marks that come over the eye, that pass over the eye, down, and then they spread out like veins or roots almost underneath the eye. She has a pair of glasses that hang down closer towards her nose. Her skin and hair are both nearly cream, and she has a equivalent of a morning gown over a you can tell it's more like a suit or a shirt underneath. And I don't think I showed you the first gentleman. So first there's Fothius,
Nice.
and then Saraya, the headmistress.
Ooh.
She makes her way down. I do believe I was called for. What seems to be the matter?
I apologise for the disruption, miss. Kika sort of like nervously nods her head and says, are the lilies in bloom?
Her eyes open as she does that, and she just signals for the door to be opened. Oh goodness, it's just some. It's like the Goliath just opens up one of the doors. Please come in. Please come in. Gentlemen, thank you for your manners, but these people are friends. Do you need someone to stay for the night, or do you?
We
got some guests
already
booked?
have residents sorted, thank you.
Okay, that's very good to know. The lilies are blooming. They're beautiful, they're lovely, and they're healthy. I've just been a bit too busy to speak for a while, unfortunately. Was anything else brought but just this message? I was told there was a letter.
Yes, and she hands the letter and then also reaches into a bag and pulls out a wrapped package. I don't know if that maybe you want to open that inside.
Oh,
maybe.
I know what these are. Thank you. She hands the package to Photius, who just like is holding it more like oh, I'm just okay. Don't move.
Hopefully it doesn't explode.
Did you
Hopefully
just
it
hit me with
doesn't
a bomb? Please not. No.
explode.
Too young to die.
She undoes the letter and the writ, and she just reads through it. As you see, a single pressed, will be equivalent of like a petal, but like of a purple color, just falls out of it towards the ground. She reads through it. Okay, very well. It's good to I suppose it's good to be made aware of these things. Thank you for bringing this to me, and it should be okay for me to open this now. And she just like picks the actual like little box up away from Photius, and she just lifts it up to her mouth, and she just very quietly whispers a word into it, and you just hear the lock chunk off, which she then undoes, and she lifts open, and there's a very small light that illuminates out from it, and it's the equivalent of Pulp Fiction's opening the suitcase and the but it's on a much smaller scale. And she just like closes back down, puts the lock back on, and you just hear like a little magical hum as she does. Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. This means quite a lot, and I'm glad that it's been brought through. I do hope everything is going to be getting better in Neverwinter. Details in that letter inform me of things that have happened. If you need somewhere to stay, or if you're in trouble in the city, if not these two gentlemen, the guards at the gate will be made aware of you if you need to come back here to be safe. Don't hesitate to do so. You're more than welcome.
Thank you.
And unless there's anything else, I hope you have a wonderful evening.
If you don't mind me asking,
Yes.
we've never really been here before. Do you have any advice for travelers?
Well, where are you staying initially?
We're staying at the Seven Sails.
I would advise against that. That's why I was making our own establishment open to you. Whilst the Seven Sails is agreeable and manageable, and as she's saying this, Photius next to her is literally casting something, and just a circle like moves out about you all. And once that happens, she's basically like been jargoning on. The Seven Sails is very carefully watched by the host tower of the Arcane, and whilst the 5 captains of the city directly support Queen loyalty, the host tower of the Arcane
Legacy.
does
Legacy.
not do so. My mistake. The host tower does not support current monarchy and has its own diplomatic immunity. As such, it tends to attempt to get away with things it absolutely shouldn't. This is why the Scribes Academy is here, so that they can no longer take away children who are gifted. They are an organization that has existed for hundreds of years. They are never trustworthy, and they watch the Seven Sails like it is their own manor. I would highly request you do not speak of what I've just said to you after you leave the circle. And furthermore, to the point, between it and the only other place you could go to, which is the Cutlass, which, due to the current time, is going to be full to the brim, particularly after the Prisoners' Carnival has ended, I would humbly suggest you come back here.
What do you think, guys?
I have no
Hey.
qualms about staying here.
Yeah.
Got a
Lo,
bar.
Lo is just looking at the high elves as if they're fireworks, and is in a completely different plane of existence anyway. Well, different to the Feywild, but you know what I mean.
Hey.
It's not like it's the first high elf you've seen, thank you very much.
Well, it's not.
First
It's
one-
not that. It's
First one that's not
more.
got ribs on display.
That's
Yeah.
out of character.
What, don't you like a woman showing a bit of rib?
Because I'm not showing enough skin, that's the problem.
Hey.
My only question is, do you guys have a bar?
We're a school. Primarily a
Students?
school.
We'll stay here. It sounds perfect.
None of our younger staff know anything about alcohol.
Excellent. Sounds like the perfect place for Serenus.
Well, it sounds like we've decided. So yes, thank you. I guess we would like to stay
Have
here.
you left anything back at the Seven Sea Sails?
I
Or
mean, no, we
No.
literally just got our rooms and came out. We didn't really
Yeah,
go
we
and
just
check them
go
out
get
or
the-
anything. So
Well, actually, better question. Nemo, did you leave your retainers back at the tavern, or were they coming with us?
No, like
Leaving them alone in a
in a
strange
place like
city.
this? God no.
Okay. Just
last
making
time she left them alone, they got taken. That's why she wants to get them dogs.
Exactly. Okay. I just wanted to be sure. I wanted to make sure that everybody was here, that we left nothing there.
oh, we need to take our keys back though.
I suppose we could do that in the morning.
We could do that in the
safer than
morning.
at night.
It would be my most recommended notion that you do that in the morning. Whilst I may be blunt, and she just quickly looks towards her companion with her, Photius, who just goes, or Photius, who goes, 5 more minutes. If I may be entirely blunt, the prisoners' carnival is usually held by some of the gangs of the city as examples of who's been caught by one gang by another gang, which usually results in one of the two gangs starting in on each other and is usually a mess. If I'm correct, something is happening there today, which is why the children have not been allowed to go out for a week for their own well-being.
Wait, so that's not law?
That is,
That's not criminals being
there
punished. That's
is-
gang on gang.
that's gang on gang.
Gang,
and
gang.
Whilst there is no possible fortunes, whilst there is no true law in the city, the 5 captains are more or less serving a single admiral who answers directly to Legacy. As a result, they do not raid or threaten this town, and they protect it whenever danger arises. The host of the tower cannot fear it, and thankfully you don't have to pass them to leave the town. I'd recommend you take
Take the what? Sorry.
Frozen.
Oh dear. Oh, connection issue.
One would assume he said Northgate, so we don't go past it.
Oh, hello, Daz.
Go back.
Hey, we didn't
Can
hear
you
the
hear me?
Yep.
didn't hear the end of what you said. It was I recommend you.
Go through the northern gate.
Fair enough.
Whilst there is legal trade done at the ports of these cities, it's done during the day, and ships then go out to sea and stay out in the bay for their own well-being. But the host tower has a very disapproved history after its prior Archmage nearly ran the city into the ground over 100 years ago. This would be a matter I'd be more than content to discuss inside, but not here. The spell's about to
okay.
wear off.
By all means, lead the way.
She steps in, and then the circle you were all in, including her, zooms, drops. It had only like a faint blue glow about it, and Facia's just like, oh, okay, that was actually a really good effort. That lasted for a while. And there's like a moment of pride, like, I actually held that for a full 10. Nice. Your posture was slightly off, but aside from that, I would give you maybe a... You'd at least get a B. If it was a proper academic research, I'd be able to give you a proper result. And he goes, damn it, I got a B.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He's an intern. Oh, even worse, he's a
You're
teacher.
for college credit!
No, wait, he's a teaching assistant.
He's doing his master's.
My course said I need 6 months worth of experience.
I'm being attacked.
We're all being attacked. Who got dropped?
Nemo.
It's fine. The Eldritch Abomination just got banished.
Or summoned.
Only a portion of him ever gets summoned.
Nice.
Oh, wait, he's back. It's weird. We didn't say his name 3 times. Hello. Welcome back.
Somebody called Beetlejuice?
No.
Oh.
We know better than to do that.
Did you get called in on the wrong line again?
I thought I sacrificed enough lambs. Fuck.
Damn you.
No, it was Roman just calling from the other side. Just needing a little help.
Wow, in Soviet Russia, Roman call you. Stop that, Pearls. Don't you give me circle areas.
Hey.
So, she leads you in. The building itself that she leads you in is more or less the largest one. And what you can see from where you are is that there is, essentially on the left side, there is what you can only really describe as like a schoolhouse. On the right side, you can just see candlelight, and there's like 12 pairs of eyes looking out towards you as there's just kids just like, ooh, strange people, cool people. In that way, kids go, oh shit, awesome people. And it's just like, my name's Greg. No, we're awesome.
Cautiously waves and because he's trying to cover at least most of his face. He tries to cross his eyes and make them laugh.
You do get a few giggles, and then you hear like somebody struggle, and you hear 2 kids fall, and then there's like the pair of eyes that are at the top falls, just from like one set. So there's probably more kids in there that have just stacked on shoulder, and are Looney Tunes-ing it up in there.
In that case, I expected Lo is holding back is sort of staying back from the line, and then everyone else has walked off. So as soon as he starts seeing all the little kids falling over, it's like, okay, moving on.
He's like, I'm not taking responsibility for that. You make your way up the steps. All the buildings are red brick. The schoolhouse itself is painted. It's white, but it's been painted over in like animal motifs and designs and everything. And Kika, you see a very, very specifically designed blue, large humanoid bird on that. But it's definitely drawn in a way of like, this was a 5-year-old kind of equivalent that did it. And it was in a definite adoration.
Okay.
Kika's like, do not associate me.
If that kid is there, they've definitely associated you.
Yeah, I know, but she still does it regardless.
Yeah, bless you.
Look, guys, it's the birdie from my dreams.
It's like, yes. Yes, try to hide my face when my entire body is blue and sparkling.
So you get that in. Saraya leads you in. So you get. Okay, so there's a few spaces we have upstairs for when colleagues or older students come back and they wish to stay for the night. We don't have enough for everyone. We might have 6. And if you
perfect.
don't mind, we would prefer leaving 1 spare in case we do get a late person jumping in. If none of you have complaints about that, if you could take up 5, that'd be the most that we could provide, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sure.
Very well. Did you wish to discuss more about things in this town, or would you prefer to just head your ways to bed?
I don't mind learning a little bit more while we're here, unless, the rest of you guys want to go do something. I don't feel like going out to the place anymore.
I would advise against it. This town is somewhat
Neither do I.
reputable during the day, but during the night it's not so much.
Neither
Very
do I.
well. Follow me. And she leads you up the stairs, and she just points down the hallway. If you wish to drop anything off, the rooms at the back there, there's 5 of them. Please leave 1. Or sorry, excuse me, there's 6. Please leave 1 of them. The keys are inside the door, on the inside. The bed should be large enough for 2 people, and if you don't mind getting comfy, there's enough for 3. But my chamber is upstairs when you're ready. I'll put on a cup of tea. And she makes her own way up the next level.
Well, this is a bit nice.
You can tell. Oh yeah, it's definitely school level quality, but there's been so much effort. You can tell this is probably where most of the school's funding outside of its actual teaching has gone into, in just making sure this place is as habitable as possible for the students. And as you go, you leave down your things. The rooms are literally you just walked into a 5-star B&B. In that the beds are comfy, but they're not extravagant. There's space at the desks are actually something Curls would appreciate. The desks are about 5 or 4 foot wide. Plenty of space to do plenty of notes and writing on. God, I wish. This is literally self-insert fantasy here. Not just
The
so you leave down your things, and up at the next one there's there's a small plate that she has a pot of tea on that is currently boiling. You can just tell that it's heating, and it's heating the actual kettle. It's a magical hob.
Oh my god.
You already hob.
It comes with a hot plate.
Induction though, is the problem.
That's the command word.
Induction.
Love you too, honey.
With my experience with induction things, the code word is please work.
Problem is, the induction word is in arcane, so usually people just beg it.
Does it come with the form that you have to fill in to say it was broke when we got here?
Derail.
Wolverhampton joke.
When you get to the final floor, there's a small sign for wet floor, down one of the hallways, and you can just see there's just this big, old, burly furball, just in these brown overalls with this kind of more like a skunk streak of white down the back of his head, and he's just mopping away and just cleaning up, and it looks like he's just making his way out through the halls and going through the rooms.
Just that grumpy old janitor kind of vibe. Just
Scruffy janitor.
Fucking Filch over there, Jesus.
No, it's Scruffy janitor.
Scruffy.
Literally the guy from Futurama.
Nice.
And Scruffy the gamer.
You gonna look at porno mags later.
God no, he doesn't do that. He's in a fucking school. The teenage students have definitely stolen all his porn mags. Call it like I see it. So you make your way in. Her office is well furnished, but a lot of stuff that hasn't been replaced in like maybe 20 years. But all that's been like very well taken care of. Cups are being lifted and floated over. These beautiful like kind of porcelain designs to them with like a blue floor pattern in all of them. And she just pours out, literally just floats up, and she just begins pouring enough until you guys either say you've all got one or you don't want one. So anyone who wants one, you now have a cup on. And this is where the John Luke. But it does smell like nice tea. This is where the Patrick Stewart's would appreciate that it's Earl Grey.
Hot.
Good quality shit. So, my personal office is warded for my own well-being, but the school itself is guarded and has its own direct lines to Neverwinter. This is where, if things go awry and the 5 captains need assistance and they're unable to send word, I would send word from here. It's only been set up in the last 10 years by King Hallwinter. The school itself has been here for maybe closer to 50 or 60 years, but we've managed to now get a lot more funding up this way, to the benefit of all. And we are now more or less serving as the legal embassy to the 10 towns from here. So, whilst I definitely don't have the authority, that matter falls to others within the city that I cannot speak of. I would be the person things go to first. If you do meet gentlemen tomorrow, you will know that you've probably seen a lot of the large hat designs in the city. Red hats with a beautiful green feather that has these circular patterns that go black and then red as to a circle and then a dot on the plume. They're the only people that are reputable. Names cannot be used, but if you cannot get to the academy and you are in trouble, they are the next safest and most reliable people, provided you have not directly done something to any one of them.
Okay.
The host tower. There is very few ways to say this before, but the host tower's arcane academy has been purged in its past. Over 100 years ago, one of its archmages attempted and then succeeded at Lichdom. But he was killed by heroes. Some of which are, well, one gentleman is, he's buried outside the city in the graveyards past the North Gate. If you ever want to make your way there, feel free to. But you are adventurous, so I must warn you in advance to be quite careful at the grave of Wulfgar. He is one of the heroes who assisted in defeating the Lich, and he stayed here in his after point and passed on. His hammer rests still at his grave, and it has been a common attempt to claim it. But to claim Aegis Fang, you must surpass the spirit alone, which not many people are capable of, nor brave enough for. I've seen knights either grievously wounded or brought back on their shields from trying to claim it. It is a dwarven hammer, it has its own notoriety and its praise, but if you see it, do not think it'd be an easy attempt, and if you are going to attempt it, please be careful and do your best. Because it is something that, it's one of those things where you will see many younger people have the aspiration to do so, to try and take it, but it will very rarely end well.
So many weapons I want.
I know. You see the want in Naren's face, just like I want it. You don't even know
I'm
what it does,
so
but I
glad.
want it.
I'm so glad I'm not Glory right now.
Yeah.
I remember this feeling of like, write that cool weapon down.
Lo is still enthralled
By
this
her.
person.
Also, newest.
But is now leaning in with his head on his hands, just listening to every single word. More for the story, and it's just happening to be told by a very, very beautiful person. So he's just enthralled.
So, aside from those issues, I'm not aware of who the current master of the tower is. Those individuals will go there, might leave at some point, but usually they stay in that tower for their arcane studies. Though I am aware that there are some in that tower that perhaps do questionable magics. As such, I would highly advise caution around them or near them. But you are thankfully, at the minimum, under the protection of the Academy here, and at the major situation, you are under the protection of Her Majesty Legacy. So, might I ask, what brings you so far north?
Well, partially delivering that. I mean, he was concerned because he hadn't heard from you for so long. Why was that?
The issue has arisen that my sending stone was stolen.
Oh, he said that there should be something. Right.
That is one of my means of contacting him. I've currently got others under commission, but to send magic outside of the city so close to the tower, sending stones are the safest means. Whilst I could definitely send him a message, the issue would more so arise that it could be intercepted if it's not through a sending stone. And I prefer the matters of this school to not be constantly under the pry of someone else.
When
as
did
I'm
it,
sure you understand.
when did it go missing? You said you said this place was warded. How could somebody steal something?
Well, I'm not always in here, but I do keep the sending stone on my person at all times in case an emergency arises. It was taken at some point while I was out on a walk. Goodness, I was between the trading post and here, but that could be any one gang, that could be any group. I have put in that my stone was stolen to the proper reliable authorities who have assured me that they did not steal it. Of course, I have no way to prove whether or not they did. There's a lot of the balancing act of trust here. I didn't realize he was going to be this concerned, but given the letter, I could see why. I'm still due for at least another month before I was to send him word. But I will send on a message to him tomorrow morning to let him know that things are okay. I might be able to through one or two different means. Actually, I have an idea that might work. He always keeps an eye out for magic. He's spotted. Okay. I know what I need to do. Thank you for telling me, though. Aside from that, is there anything else that brings you this far?
Oh, we're
I would
just
hate to think that you've travelled this far just for a letter.
traveling further north for another job. That's all.
She just like lifts up the box again to her face and quietly, like, just tries to whisper the word into the box again, and it opens. But I'm gonna say anyone with a passive perception of 15,
Not me.
which I do believe is Wittig, Serenus, and maybe Runara? Or is it
14.
King? 14 for you.
I've-
15.
We're only
15 for
level
you.
5.
Runara, what's yours?
14.
King?
Not here.
Oh, fuck.
You'll have
That's a fair point.
you'll have to look at her
I'll
sheet.
message him. I'll message him later. He'll live. He doesn't need to see it now.
So
Just a
Wittig
moment.
sees it.
Yeah, I'll just message you. You just hear the word she uses, so I'll just message it to the people who do, which is Renara, Wittig, and Serena.
14. You said it was 15.
14 is enough.
Oh, okay.
I just presumed that was it, but I know that some people are close. She only rolled like a 12.
Wisdom is a dumb stat.
You guys have dump stats.
Yeah, it's all of my stats.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if every stat's a dump stat?
Wah, wah.
That is the word she whispers into it, and it unlocks again. She does lift up the box this time, and she just takes out a small sphere, more or less. You're not really sure what it is, but it is a kind of bright cream color. It does emanate a small light when it's lifted out, but when she sets it down, it kind of dims, and it is almost the same color as her skin in regards to its cream texture. Like if you had monkey brain kind of things, it's like this is an orb that must be eaten kind of thing. It looks like a big piece of chocolate. But it has a single what's the best way to say this? Almost like a braiding, more or less. Like like an old Celtic design kind of braid of metal that's been crossed over. It's got that all the way around it in a single unbroken line. Just twisted over each other as it goes. This is something that I've been requiring for a while, and she looks into the and she just reaches in and picks up and takes up a sending stone. I see I won't have any worry about sending him a message then. He sent me a replacement.
Oh.
Excellent. That saves me on an issue. I can speak to him tonight. So you were more than a help than I realized, and I definitely will be more careful with this. I might just keep it in the lockbox. Sorry, goodness, I keep interrupting you. So, you said it was just some other business you had up here.
Yeah, we're traveling north.
Very well. As somebody who's, whilst I don't get much news within this area, I could give you a little bit of what I know from the northern means.
Oh, that
Just
would be
the road
helpful.
it's the road between here and Hundlestone, or the Iron Masters. Or Fireshare, gets up to that kind of track point. There's a large orc camp that's set up on this side of the rivers that makes its way out towards the sea. From what I know from people who have come up that way, it is actually a group that are intending to trade and have protected people as they pass, as well as what I understand from the stories is orcs rode out to meet them, served as a bodyguard whilst they traveled the north means from the south side of the river, and then once they got to a safer location, maybe a day of travel to here, all they asked for was a reasonable fee, but it was a fee that was explained when they first went. People who paid had no issue, but one person didn't pay and had a few of his supplies taken as compensation, if I'm correct.
Ah.
But considering what I know of some orc clans, that's a very diplomatic way of handling it. So if you do see orcs riding out towards you, don't presume they're a threat.
Good
We
advice.
might just have people. We might just have people attempting to follow King Hallwinter's message of unity in the north. Hopefully.
Thank you for letting us know that. We had a few, like, run-ins with unfriendly people on our way here, and I think it's put us on edge a little bit.
Bandits on the road, were they?
Yeah, and stuff.
Oh goodness, I'm quite sorry to hear that. There have been some word that some of the... It feels too unfair to them to call them tribes. A few of the Uthgat people who are trying to do more than just live in seclusion in caves. Some have banded under a very dangerous individual who has been challenging other chieftains and taking the tribe. Aside from them, there are some who have just fled. So you might encounter some on the road who are just desperate. Aside from that, oh goodness, of course, avoid the cloth and veil. You won't have to if you follow the main road, of course, but if you see a beautiful verdant valley with just a large entrance, maybe wide enough for two giants to stand abreast, don't go in there.
Yeah.
That is a place of no entry. It's one of those things that's always worth saying beforehand because nobody wants to deal with old Snarl.
Yes, that is very true.
Very.
Stories of it.
Yes, he flew over the city once and it felt like we had storm clouds. Goodness, it was quite terrifying. Aside from that, do you know of any other creatures that you may encounter on the road that might be worth me saying?
Well, we saw some, what were the manticores?
Yes. I pull out one of the
goodness.
quills.
Oh,
We actually, I actually took some to maybe
have
do
you
some
many of
alchemy with.
those?
I think I have about 13. Some were damaged, but
If you had some that were in a better condition, I would happily compensate you for them. Manticore spines and the properties therein do have a magical purpose for reagents. Of course, I wouldn't expect them all from you, but I'd happily give you per quill 15, maybe 20 gold.
I'd reimburse you for the room.
yeah, you know what? I also have two vials of their blood as well.
Oh goodness. I'm quite happy to have let you in then. A vial. Considering we're all amicable here, if you gave me all of that, I might be able to find something that we have not given out, or we might not have a student returning for a while, and something that we were preparing for them could instead be given to you.
I mean, that would be sure, I guess. I mean,
We're only here for a day.
Well, I have some other things that are prepared, but I will just have to check them in the morning if I may.
that's fine.
Wonderful, thank you. By all means, finish your teas and make your way to your rooms then, and I will prepare something for you in the morning before you go.
Sweet.
I do hope you have a lovely day.
Thank you very much for your help.
It is my pleasure. How is he doing?
Okay, I mean, obviously, things aren't great at the moment.
So he's going to be goodness sakes busy, as I imagine.
Yeah,
Unfortunate, but that happens.
that's kind of why we're here. because he's busy.
It's happens. It's life. It's okay. Thank you. Have a good night. I'll see you in the morning.
And I guess we go.
As you get up,
Yeah.
you go to leave. You open up the door, and there is just like 10 kids, all just like essentially like these kind of like the square stairs that go down like this kind of thing, like in that pattern of like a square way down, and they're all just like there, and like the steps that are up there, like looking up at you all, and they see you all, and they all just whoom, like cockroaches that just got the light turned on.
I feel like it would be me going out the door first. So it literally is just a hello, children.
9 of them run, and there's just like one little girl who's just like sat there, just like she's got these big bright eyes that are just looking straight up towards you, just kind of like bright green eyes.
As I just kind of do this, like off to bed, go on.
Her elven ears just like kind of like twitch a little bit. She's got these long black hair that goes up, and she turns and leaves. Make a perception check with it.
19.
Mine.
Oh dang, that's not happened in a long time.
Hot diggity damn.
I have theories.
I love you. Like I have ideas.
It's a good thing that we learned that information, because let's be honest, if we saw a group of orcs riding towards us, we probably would have opened fire.
Yeah.
Probably would have just been like, oh shit.
Travel tips are always useful. This lady is like very nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Seems fun.
I'm a be real. I see a dark future.
Nope. Shh.
Hello.
Shut the fuck up.
Shh, stop
Go for
planning.
initiative as the deeper child goes for your throat. Okay.
Wait, what?
She runs away, and you guys all make your ways to your bed.
I think so.
Okay.
Unless anyone else wants to do anything.
I'll kind of fool Kika off to the side for having her head off to bed. Now I know why Nezanar is so interested in this place.
Oh?
The little elven girl that was just there at the stairs. Pretty sure that's his kid.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Same eye color and everything.
Oh my
What was the
God.
name that you saw? You heard, Narwin?
Her name is Kaikua?
Kikwa.
Or Kikwa. Ah.
That's the command word on the lockbox.
And my guess, just in terms of wrapping my head around this, Drow plus High Elf, child, why he cares about her so much, and why he cares about the school so much.
Yeah, that checks out. Oh, that's so sweet.
And why their child's name would be the lockbox's fucking code.
Because there's definitely not a finger of death that has been enchanted on that by legacy for anyone who is not one of them fucking with that box.
Right.
There's like a moment when she's just like, oh, and then her feathers all fluff up, and then she just goes, he didn't tell us.
Probably a reason for that.
One of the most dangerous men in the entire of Faerun. I don't know why he would never tell anyone about this very obvious danger and very easy weight that they
Yeah,
could have
the feathers sort of
against
settle down a little bit, and she's like, oh, right. Yeah. He still could have
Yeah.
told Mom.
him. Might have done. You don't know. You're not Garrick anymore.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Mom could have told me.
Shush,
Clearly
Gus, they're RPing.
Stop
No.
it!
But in any case, so whether or not that is true, we shall never say.
Wonder if this place has a donation box.
I mean, probably can donate.
As you all make your way, as you're talking about donating to the school, go to your rests. We're going to take a break.
I need to open this window. I'm gonna die.
Give you an idea. That window couldn't be more open.
Yeah.
I can't open this one because otherwise this laptop is going backwards and out of it.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh no!
there is a problem
two,
there.
two stories into a main road.
Shit. Right. Let's bring up the be right back sign and we'll be right back. we're back.
Willkommen back. Nobody had nightmares. So, you all find yourselves to your sleeps. For those who would have attempted to share a room with her, whoever is sharing a room with Posey, notably finds a lack of Posey.
Ah,
Because we have a Curls who has extended her hand to the camera and is frozen.
oh dear.
That's timing!
Poof, she's gone.
And she's back. We can't hear you if you are talking.
There she goes.
And there she come up.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
yeah. I did
So-
say I'll refresh because everything froze, but I'm assuming with this froze, you did not hear me.
We did not hear that, no. I did say that anyone who is attempting to sleep in the same place as Posey distinctly finds a lack of Posey.
Oh.
Those of you who do find yourselves asleep, do so under your varying conditions. And you wake up in the next morning. Who's been sharing rooms with who?
If we have 2 rooms, I would assume we do a male-female split.
You do have 5.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, we'd probably bunk up as much as we can, as much as bed's allowed, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can at most get, unless you don't mind getting really comfortable, 2 people to 1 is your max. 3 if, literally if you're like people who have no issues about that, comfort cuddles.
Kika would probably ask to either bunk with either Posey or King. She'd probably ask one of those 2.
Well, when you go to turn to Posey, there is a distinct lack thereof.
So Kika is with King then.
Kika's with King, the maids are together, and that leaves 3 rooms for and the 3 for 4. So literally 2 people can go to each room without issue, and there's 1 room left over.
Well, I mean, I don't really need a room.
You don't, but
You gotta
they don't want you standing in the
yeah,
hallway.
You don't want to stand in the hallway.
Just do.
Terrify kids like in
I'll,
those unfortunate events.
Just your head.
Is there a pedestal in the hallway where a set of armor might be?
I'm just gonna.
There are 3 suits of armor on that floor.
Change into your pajamas and say your prayers, unless you're an atheist.
I'm just gonna enter one of the rooms. Whoever follows into that room follows in. I'm just gonna enter one of the rooms.
I'm gonna go into my own room by myself.
Okay, you got your own room. Pretty much, yeah. Like, Wittig is standing between Wittig standing pretty much because he can just stand in any room, or lie down, or sit in any floor. Low, Renara, and Serenus all have their own. You all wake up.
With leaving.
Posey is not in any of them. Kika is with King, and the maids are together. You all wake up in your varying states. Just gonna message you real quick. You all find yourselves waking up in the mornings. Posey, you get up before anyone else because the sun gets up and you are then awoken. You don't have the glory of curtains as you're on the roof. Fucking streetwalker. I've got a hobo princess. What do I do with her?
Give her an animal companion.
What do you think Kika is?
Okay, I walked into that one. I was like, that's probably the best archetype I'm gonna get, to be honest.
So, you all wake up.
Lo be hesitant to come down. He'll be sitting in the room for a long time, just staring at the mask. But he's not aware of it, but his rose-tipped tail is just very slowly swaying
Just
from
rocking
side
back.
to side.
Mhm.
He's just staring at the mask and looks like he's about to just burst out crying again.
As you're looking at the mask and you're focusing on it, it's always had this floral pattern or this like plant-like pattern to it. Like it is like a leaf. Just begins rotting away in your hand
Ooh.
until it falls to the floor into a puddle of smudge. An ugly, nasty puddle.
Lo then just hugs his Satanese for a while and just sort of sits there and just thinks.
Mhm.
So he keeps looking to the door and then looks back. Looks to the door. Yeah, but no. Oh no, no. Yeah, but Spock said no, no, no. I don't know.
I opened the door. Oh, are you ready to go yet?
Wittig, you look in to see a huddling to himself loyalty in his tiefling form, with a essentially like seeing a pumpkin that's like a month old. You know, like there was a face there, but it's just into a smudge on the floor for her mask. For his mask.
I mean, I understand most humans have issues when it comes to making bed and whatnot, or, you know, what's the word? Relieving oneself in the bed, but I mean on the floor, really. New one. But are you ready to go? I am
Nice.
robot. I do not understand human things.
Nice one, Cogs. I needed that. This is complicated.
Most things with you humanoid types are usually complicated. And I just start cleaning up the mess, just like, yes. Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave
yes. Hang on.
kind of
hang on.
compress it into a cube.
Okay. Yeah. I'd throw that out the window, maybe. I don't want her getting in, if you know what I mean.
So burn it.
Yeah, if you could.
Shoves in chest.
You now have a compost.
Yay! Yeah, I gotta compress it down
Make a
first.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Oh!
Okay. What else does anyone else want to do for the day?
My best.
What time is it?
About 7 in the morning, maybe. You did get in at a reasonable hour.
Guys, I think I
Is
did a
the-
bad thing.
Is the market awake? Is the market like open?
Probably.
I'm gonna
I
turn.
will say, from your room, Serenus, and Wittig, as you're in Loyalty's room, you do hear a shout from Renalis.
Can I
I'm gonna
hear?
quickly run over to
You
Renat.
are at the fucking roof. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I don't know
Just
how far up it is.
I've chosen the two people with the highest perception who are in the next room over.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly throw my jacket
Less
on
of a
and then
scream, more of
walk
a
over to the
gas.
door.
Jump.
It's more of a.
I'm
bit of a-
gonna throw my jacket on and go to the door and knock. Renara, hello?
Oh,
Everything okay?
Oh,
Cogs.
Fred,
Spark needs help. Come on,
It's
Scott.
less of a
Go,
scream
Luskan.
or a shout and more like a You like Colonel Swisser, that kind of one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bang. I'm just gonna bang at the door more. Just be like,
Oh.
everything okay?
I'm okay. Yep. Uh-huh.
You sure?
Yep.
Bark.
I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna turn to Woody.
Any
door's locked.
flowers of a color that's you know what?
Nope, no flowers in here.
Okay, okay.
Also, Das, the Constitution saving throw. It wasn't for being poisoned or anything, was it?
Oh, I'm not telling you.
Well, no. The
Why
reason
do you
I'm
think I would
asking
tell-
is if it was.
Why do
if
you
it-
think I would tell you?
He needs to know mechanically.
Mechanically,
was-
you don't know.
Well,
I already told you that.
Okay, whatever. I'm saying if it was for poisoning, I have advantage. But anyway,
That's okay.
Can I?
being sure.
Can I try and do? Can I like from the sound of Renara's voice? Can I do like a? can I
Make
try
an
and
insight
figure out-
check. Probably slipped out of bed. Got a jolt. That's probably all. She seems okay.
Bark.
Oh,
Sounds
Yeah.
like it. She seems okay.
Bark. Is this involving how can I phrase this? A little light.
No, don't worry. I'll be out in a moment.
okay. I guess they'll be okay.
Well, she
I guess
seems
I'm-
alright.
She does. Apologies, I misinterpreted a message. It was less of a and more of a
Yeah.
like slipping on banana peel. Just the guide wheel's the only thing missing.
Welcome to
Everything's
YouTube
alright there.
Frames.
I'm gonna go.
you just hear. You see Harry Hill who's in the background.
God.
I'm gonna go downstairs then to because I presume breakfast is complimentary.
There is a canteen.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to we're going to the school breakfast club.
Oh my god,
Oh my
School
God.
Breakfast Club, what the fuck?
Never do that again.
Ooh.
Throwbacks. I'm just gonna. Oh. Things are happening.
Those book getting.
After, I just gotta take it. I gotta take in second there how Das jumped up on there. That was impressive.
Yeah.
I was like, he went from a standing position, crouch, did like a jump up. I couldn't do that.
I like
And
it.
he's probably give that.
Box jumps.
The DM's like, talk amongst yourselves, and all we do is a running commentary on what he's doing.
Yeah,
We
I'm
weren't
just
talking
gonna.
about you.
And he sticks the landing.
Yeah, Das.
just
I just
gonna,
I gotta give you props for that jump right down to your beds. That was impressive. That was actually.
It's almost like I'm athletic.
Like 10.
I'm just gonna walk out of the room I was meant to be sharing with Kika as if nothing happened.
After Kika had already left the room, yeah.
I'd already left.
But
Well-
you. But he. Just. But.
Lo will stand by the door, being very, very concerned, but trying to play it off as if it's perfectly normal. Like, oh yeah, I'm just here. Yeah.
Which, for someone who's so charismatic right now, he is lying through his fucking teeth.
I guess I will go find the headmistress and give her the Manticore items.
Indeed you will. And when you do, she has a lantern with her.
Oh.
It's a... Let's see. It is a... it looks like a wonderful iron cast lantern. It has a single cut jade, or not jade, excuse me. Copper. What's a green gem? It's not to be
Emerald?
green.
Jade.
Emerald
Thank
or
you.
jade.
Episode.
Eventually.
No, emerald. Excuse me. I literally blanked on emerald. A single emerald at the top of it, as well as a lot of them studded about the actual rim of the lantern's like head, shall we say. There is a lidded portion to the front of it, which essentially looks like a eye, more or less. In regards to, it has a slight closing of the lid from the top of it, and it has a spiral inward that looks like an eye. It is a lantern of revealing.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I will send this to you later, but for now,
Yeah.
when lit, the hooded lantern burns for 6 hours on 1 pint of oil. It sheds bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim in an additional 30. You can use an action to lower the hood to reduce the radius by 5 feet, in increments of 5 feet, as much as you choose. So you can go down to 5 foot if you so choose, or you can go down to 25, 20, 15, 10, so on. But any creature that is invisible is made visible as long as it's within the lantern's bright light zone.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, and
Essenar's
another
not
item,
sneaking up on me again.
it is not requiring attunement.
Well, that's actually rude.
I will tell you about. I will send you on the full details so that you have them yourself later.
Lamp of I see you, bitch.
Funnily enough, it does have an eye in it. I'm not sure how well this will come up on the.
Okay, yeah.
You can go to D&D Beyond for the full artwork.
Okay, cool.
She takes them from you. Appreciates them. Thanks you.
Let's see. So that's the Manticore blood. I guess I'd give her the 5 good ones that I have.
If you give her the 5 good ones in the Manticore, 2 vials of Manticore blood, she will absolutely give you the lantern revealing for it. Because Manticore blood is useful and dangerous, and you just saved her an entire fucking job.
Yeah.
You just saved her giving someone a side quest. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck their side quest.
Fuck their XP, it's mine.
When you get given a quest but you've already completed it.
Wait, didn't I've done this!
That good shit.
Yeah, it's like, I need you to go out and get Manticores. Oh, you mean like this? Oh. Yes.
Me playing The Witcher 3 be like...
Me playing The Witcher 3 be like... Big
Oh,
move.
hey, what's this cool thing over here? Sweet. Three
Oh,
years
what's
later.
this contract? Ah.
Ah, that's a very cool, unique monster. 3 hours later, goodness no, you could never fight the Leshen. Me having killed the Leshen.
Anyway.
Ugh.
So, literally, it's a canteen. There is a maybe in her mid-30s orc woman behind the actual like food thing. It is. You've all seen canteens where it is literally the equivalent of just industry quality stuff. But this is magical stuff, so it's slightly better.
So that's turkey twizzlers.
No, it's all sausages. It's sausages.
Turkey Twizzlers!
Fucking Jamie Oliver's been here.
Do they have chicken nuggets in the shape of dinosaurs?
Chicken nuggets.
The kids came in earlier, and there's only like maybe 20 left.
None of
Correction.
these are breakfast foods.
Correction, there were 20 left.
She had enough money for chicken nuggets.
I've already got 69 cents.
Sounds like every like Wednesday at like school, like, oh, it's chicken day, guys. Oh, it's almost all gone. Fuck.
Basically. Except once that 20 are gone, a fresh one gets put on, and there were like kids who were waiting for the fresh stuff to come out and went and literally just go straight in for it.
Swarm.
Oh my god, this just reminds me when you like. Have you ever been to that thing when you've been to a carvery and you wait for the bad turkey to go out of the way to put
Yeah.
the fresh one? You're like, there we go.
Bad? Excuse me, what is this bad No.
You wait for the you wait for the dry, shitty bit of meat to be taken
To be
out,
handed to me, which I will then swallow.
and then you get the fresh, juicy beef.
Then they cut into it, and you're like, "Oh, there we go."
CK, the problem with this
Stop
is
tangenting about calories. They're all shut.
I'm really hungry now for more beef and chicken.
I haven't eaten today, so I'm really hungry.
You dumb bitch!
Ollie.
I only have one meal a day, which is dinner, because I forget to eat.
Alley.
We'll address that later.
We'll shout at you later.
My parents really do, don't worry.
Mode. So, you do find yourselves having food, and the kids are all like, just like it's literally as if Hagrid just walked back in after getting exiled, and it's just all the kids just looking at him. It's like everyone is turned because there's a Warforged, a Star Child, Arakocra, a Disney princess, another. Oh no, the other one isn't down yet. Loyalty, a hobo, Jason Momoa.
Hey.
They're like the
And
kind
a high elf with triplets.
And Runar will turn up a little bit later.
Kids.
After maybe
watching
30 minutes of
with
you
the
guys
kid-
like sitting down and eating, that's when you come down. And sorry, go on, love.
with the kids watching, Lo will be trying to do the equivalent of the walrus teeth with breadsticks and just trying to make faces to make the kids laugh.
Trust
So
me,
it-
they all find it hilarious.
And Lo is just lapping it up.
Oh yeah. You are an entertainer, and you're being surrounded by people who love to be entertained. You eventually will feel like a small tug, and you look down, and there is just like a 4-year-old little half-orc that's got one tusk that's through. The other one isn't yet, and just tugging at your rose petal tail, like looking at it, just pure astonishment.
Lo takes one of the half pieces. I want to say breadstick, but you could do it with a fish finger, possibly. I'm just trying, or I don't know.
You take a piece that you can do this with, and
Yes. It sort of goes, hey, little one. Do you want to know how to do it? So that you're nice and even. And Lo shows her then how to put the little piece of food in so that the tusks are both even.
Aww.
which she then does, and she just struts about like she's the queen of the fucking thing. Just...
Yeah, there's what.
And by the way, it is a fucking menagerie in here. Every race, every creed is in here. Kids who are like, about to be like 17 or 18, all the way through to near toddlers. And they're all just, aside from like say some of the really old kids who have probably been out, they all just look that awesome. Just looking at you guys with just astonishment. And Renara, there is still some hot stuff left when you get down.
Just then very self-consciously tries to curl his tail in somewhat and just sort of is absent-mindedly looking at it, and then takes, say, like a glass of water, and then just sort of just trying to realize, right, what do I do with this tail? I'm trying to
And
work
it's like,
things
what do I
out.
do with this thing? It's just like holding it almost.
Yeah.
I just kind of look around at the table and I'm like, this is weird, right? This is weird.
What's weird?
Like, these are all kids.
Yeah.
Right. It's an orphanage. Kind of.
Wojtek has a big old sword on his back, like, we're all armed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably have seen armed people outside the gates.
I mean, probably, but like, isn't it just? It's just weird, right? We're
Is
just
it?
like eating breakfast with some kids.
Doing any harm? Well, not yet.
I mean, no, but
I
like,
mean,
this
there's-
isn't my
there's-
average day.
I mean, there's a few older. I mean, they're still kids, but there's a few. I mean, like, I mean, they're probably older than me, but
I don't think anybody's older than me, really. In terms of, some of the...
I don't think that's how age works.
I mean, how does age work, really?
I think I'm excluded from this conversation.
I mean, I'd say the same thing.
Well,
Aging's
see,
a weird
I mean
thing.
this- Petal, I mean this in the nicest way possible. I don't think you've got anything to worry about. You're looking fine.
What do you mean? I mean, yeah, but
Oh, trust me. I know. I used to know a few people who would die for how you look.
right? I'm not sure how that. Oh, okay. I think I get what you're getting at. In the
Yeah,
Right.
Probably better not
weird
to
turn
think
of
too
phrase,
hard.
but I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's just odd.
Well, they seem to like it.
What, like what, us being here? I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean, I don't know.
probably.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but almost half the room is staring at us.
Yeah, I've noticed that. That's why I think it's weird.
I'll just walk over and sit with you guys at this point, just for my plate of food.
Did you have a good night's sleep?
Huh? What? Oh,
Wait.
yeah, I slept. Yeah.
Sounds like you had a nightmare. You woke up really loudly.
No, I'm fine.
Inside.
Right.
You have to make another deception check.
Oh wow.
Close.
Right. Someone's going to have to tell me how Jack of all trades works again, because I keep getting
You get
that
half
wrong.
of your.
It should already be added if you've ticked it in your character sheet.
It should be good. Just click it away, love. You're grand.
I don't know where it is, but don't worry about
You
it.
just
I
roll-
think I flicked it for you.
Just
Hang on,
roll
I'll
your
check
skill.
you.
Just roll your skill. It should
Yeah,
have.
just
It
roll
should
your
have
skill.
added it.
If it didn't add it, I'll know why.
Never mind.
Let's see. You have a wisdom of 2, and Jack of all trades will give you +1. That would have been an 8. Or no, that would be it's rounded down. You'd have only an 8. So, Kika, you can tell she's nervous and fidgety because as she's sitting down, you can just see faintly healed over scratches all over her hands.
What happened?
Huh? Oh, nothing happened.
That's
It was just a dream.
that's not nothing. Those
Mhm.
are real injuries. Nara,
Well,
They were 100% there before.
no, they weren't.
but
Scratch marks go up the wrists, up the forearms, into the underneath the armor, and you can see them around her neck.
Spark,
Nara,
give me your hand.
Hey, yep.
Spark.
What? Huh?
Spark, give me your hand, please.
No. I'm trying to eat my food.
Spark.
I'm just gonna eat my turkey twizzlers. Thank you.
Spark. Come on
Just
now.
trying to
Spark.
eat turkey.
Nara, please don't lie.
Spark, I ain't gonna judge. Just
The guilt trip. It works every time.
I love having baby friend in party because she goes, I give you emotion. And they're like,
that tiny gasp of.
I ain't judging. I ain't judging. Just trying to, hide
I
them.
mean, nothing to judge. I didn't do this. This wasn't me. If that's what you're thinking.
Then what
As I
did?
said, I ain't judging.
Then what
I'm
did
just
it?
saying I can hide them.
I don't know.
If you're getting attacked, you need to tell us.
Are you sure? Are you sure there weren't any things that are of a certain color?
Yeah. Well, maybe there was possibly. It's all very hazy. I don't really remember my dream itself, but I think so.
Then definitely give me your give. Then definitely give
Fine,
hand.
Leave
Give
her
hand
alone,
now.
Lo. She's okay.
Fine.
No, it's not.
Space.
It's not okay, Posey. Runara's been hurt by something.
Yeah, and she's
I'm
upset.
fine.
Give her space.
I'm all healed. I'm fine.
It's not fine. What if it happens again?
Yeah. Then Rhino will protect me again. It's fine.
See, she's good.
That doesn't make it okay. Just because you can be protected, that doesn't mean that you should be attacked in the first place.
At the same time, Spark. I mean, you keep an eye on us. I mean, it goes both ways. I mean, I'm not gonna judge exactly what's going on, but I mean, Corona seems cool and everything. But I mean, everyone here is pretty cool, and we're keeping an eye out for you.
Well,
I mean-
think okay. It's just a bit of a shock. Right. It was a dream, but then it was quite real at the same time. I don't really know how to explain it.
This happened in a dream, but dreams are supposed to be nice.
Well, yeah.
Except when
When they're not.
when there's somebody else involved. I mean, so I've heard.
No, even when there's someone else, they're nice.
But what if that person is nice?
But that's what dreams are. They're nice things.
All your dreams are nice.
Wait, yours aren't?
No.
You've never had a bad dream?
Dreams can be bad.
Okay, there's a lot going on here.
We need to protect this child.
There's so many layers here.
We don't have time to unpack all of that.
Sometimes bad dreams can be good things. Like they tell you specifically, hey, yeah, you know this scary monster thing? Yeah, run away from the monster thing if it just happens to exist in real life. But again...
Well, no, if there's a monster, then you know, it gets chased away, or, like, you know, something makes it go. That's how dreams go.
Well, I mean, that did happen. Yeah, something made it go. But it was definitely there originally. Something definitely made it go.
Well, they...
Speaking of bad monsters from dreams.
He is a fucking treasure. Watch your mouth.
But well, that's what I mean. Like, if there's a bad thing, then it gets chased away, and then it's a good thing, because those dreams are good. That's just what they are.
Yeah, I mean,
like, if you look, like, I don't understand. Like, if you looked up the word dream, it'd be like nice thing that happens in sleep. That's what a dream is.
Don't know if that is the definition.
Oh no,
Now,
I've never looked in a dictionary. But
I'm not denying that that nice things happen and it makes the bad things go away, but it doesn't stop the bad things from happening. And I'm pretty sure a bad thing happened. Because as much as a dream as it was, what happened in the dream was very real. Very
Yeah.
painful. Yeah, maybe I need to speak to someone here about getting the room cleaned up.
Runara? What happened in your room? That doesn't sound like a dream. That's
Give it
a
down.
real thing. I'm sorry.
I mean,
Can I see if there's I can detect some sort of magical tampering or magical aura?
How so?
You're gonna
Um,
need to be more specific.
No,
I'm-
like
I'm-
what method are you using? You have two different options, really, as your multi-class.
I want to check if there is a slight shift in Runara's aura, because Runara is obviously she has that clerical energy.
That would.
But I want to check if it's
I
a
think you're
slightly
trying to check
different
from your
energy.
warlock side on your magic.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you begin to try and focus your warlock magic to understand a little bit of like just basic stuff, nothing. Your warlock magic doesn't work.
Ooh.
Sense, but yeah. Spark, this is obviously something that does need that you do need to. I don't know how to put this. This is something that's not actually 100% normal, and may be worth just keeping us in check about it, because maybe there's a pattern here we're not spotting yet.
Mhm.
Like, see if there's sort of like repeated imagery, like pink roses or something, or
Yeah,
like
I mean, the imagery was quite clear.
so what's the scoop? Come on.
Don't think your friend is very happy with me. But Corona's
She
a lot stronger, so I'm fine.
What?
What?
okay.
Luckily, I have a higher power in my corner.
Good,
So,
good. Yeah. But Barona's awesome. So yeah.
She is pretty dope.
Yeah, she's dope. Yeah, this was what I was scared about, you see.
Uh-huh.
That's
Well, it's okay to
how.
be scared.
No. Yeah. But that's how she gets wind of stuff. The pink roses stuff. That's how she knows. So, yeah,
I
just
mean, but you have one on your tail, though. Does that mean she knows everything that you know?
what I'm currently trying to work out.
Do you currently have... Does he currently have one on his tail?
The end of his tail is a rose.
Mainly because I just want to see
Because that's
actual
new.
light coming from.
That's new.
No, you've had that rose. Well, out of character, that's been your character design. You've had the rose. Excuse me. But
Yeah,
if your
but
character's saying that now, that's fine.
yeah. Well, the first time Lo saw it was the night where the envoy came, and he made the comment of, "Well, that's a nice touch," as in it was the first time he'd spotted it, but he's still working out specifically. Right, what does that mean? So,
Wait,
yeah, it's still new for him, but it's
wait, check me. Do I have any roses on me, or
that was what I was trying to check earlier.
I'm gonna just light the lantern of revealing because I just actually want to see the light coming from it, just to see
Mhm.
how
It's
it
like
all
a
works.
bright, like almost like a neon yellow from it, but there is no. It doesn't illuminate anything uniquely. It's not like the equivalent of throwing the towel over something and the invisible thing's form is revealed. There's nothing there. But you light it up and you wave it around yourselves and your friends, and there's just a bunch of kids who are just like, ooh. Ah.
I was mainly just doing it in terms of that's...
One 16-year-old who's really regretting you having the light on and going, ah.
Oh. Shut the shutter a little bit. Okay.
Thanks.
Sorry.
16-year-old hungover wizard student.
And then just put out the whole fire.
Turn the light down, baby.
Look, maybe I should go.
why?
I mean, we do need to get going on.
Did we not speak about this yesterday?
Yeah, but this was before this happened.
Don't think this was you personally, but I don't think you leaving would stop that. Personally, I don't know.
This is how she is. If she can't have what she wants, then nobody can. You know what I mean? It's
Well, she doesn't want me, so why is she coming to me? If she can't have you, then why isn't she coming for you?
Because I think it's a case of we're preventing her from I think.
And why me? Why not all the rest of you as well?
that's what I'm worried about.
Maybe she's just trying her chances.
Well,
Blue, check your DMs.
oh, sorry. Half the group don't even sleep.
It helps dreaming.
Kika suddenly sits bolt upright in the table, and she's like, "Oh, are we ready to go?"
What happened?
Uber?
Did you have a dream?
What's up?
I want to go.
Uber?
I want to go to the market.
What?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
we
need
got
to
your
go that
spots.
way.
I want an inside check.
And also
By
get
all
the
means.
keys.
Fuck off.
I don't even know what to roll here.
Just roll a charisma check.
It's not really telling. I'm
yeah.
not.
I mean, she's not trying to hide anything.
Yeah. I'm
She
not,
isn't,
the
she
insight's
just
not
had-
really checked.
It's more
just
like
to get what she means, like how
what's
she
the best way to
feels.
describe it?
She seems excited. It's a more of a positive
Yeah.
reaction.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it is definitely a positive reaction.
Yeah. It's not like a truth or false insight. It's like a what is she feeling?
It's like a
Yeah, literally, it's just a sudden woo.
Sure. Yep. Cool. Let me just finish this sandwich and I'll take it with me. Come on, let's go.
it's an egg sandwich.
Oh, it's dripping everywhere.
Egg sandwich.
That'd be alright. And plus, also, we gotta go return the keys.
The egg
Except for the
sandwiches are
rooms that we
best on
didn't use.
Fridays.
I need to go buy my crossbow bolts.
Right,
Also
did you
need
do the
supplies.
ones I gave you already?
No, thank you for those. It's just that I'm using a lot more of them than I normally do at a much larger rate. I normally
Yeah,
only
I mean-
keep a few on me, but I'd rather have more.
I mean, we need to get supplies anyway because we're out of rations and food to donkeys.
Okay.
So we can look at the market and see what they've got.
As Keek is kind of like trying to like wait for a bit, like sort of bouncing, and she's like waiting for people to finish, like she's eager to go. People with high passive perception probably hear her mushing to herself. I'm gonna ask about dreams because I feel like there's something different going on. Dreams can be bad. That's not right.
We ready to go?
Yeah.
Yep.
Whittaker's doo doo.
Well, no. I'm more trying to think. Would Wittig know her excitement being this bad or being this high be because of certain people happen to be in town, i.e., oh look, it's Auntie.
It was
Got a
very.
lot of odds.
It was very sudden.
Yeah. What trans-dimensional person do I know that owns a shop? That would be in the market area.
That's a very good description because you could just say your owner.
Shit. Yeah. Fuck.
Pretty sure he's preoccupied.
Yeah. To our knowledge, he may be dead. Who knows?
We can only hope. Sorry, I'm just kidding.
No, he's been trying for years. Sorry.
Yeah.
Listen, I will.
Come with us to the market.
I will stay with you guys for as long as
Yep.
you need me. I mean, it's not my place to judge how you would need a dancer and a storyteller, but I mean, I'll stay with you for as long as you want me. But if she comes along and starts hurting you, I don't want that. Truth be told, I care about you guys, okay? More than likely, that's what she's preying on. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we're going to go to the market, so you can stick with us for now. Then obviously we'll see where we go.
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
Bless you.
Good day.
Gesundheit.
Bless you, dearie.
She put her foot up in thanks.
Okay. I gotta work out how this new development works. Sort of taking the tail and trying to work out if there's a way he can tie it behind him. Same equivalent to how someone would tie their hair up in a bun.
Oh my god, loyalty with bun.
His hair's too short
Put on
for a
his bun.
bun.
So you know, like, fun.
Grow it out, it's a symbol of growth.
Okay.
To the Marseille.
That's how we
As you
go.
make your way to the market, as you arrive there, the first thing you do see is the Prisoners' Carnival, where a lot of bodies are being removed, but there's no one who is hung. About half a dozen bodies, all dead by arrow. It's been a gangland shooting.
Oh damn.
Though is still acting awkward, and he's attempted to tie the tail back into a bun, but it's quite obvious that the tail does not want to stay in the bun, so it's just it's just swaying, and he hasn't realized that the string is just hanging off the end. So yeah, carry on.
As you guys make your way, there's a plethora of things you want in the market. Anything you want to get that's a general supply you can get here at its usual costs.
How many days is it to Bryn Chandar?
That's an excellent question, my good man. Allow me to. You remember how many miles it is a travel a day, yeah?
No.
A quick Google will tell you that, because there's literally just D&D travel pace.
I remembered from wherever we were to get to here was 5 days. That helps. I would say it's 24 miles on 8 hours standard pace.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah, how many miles is it?
Give you an idea.
Travel pace right here.
I've got a calculator. It just needs to know the distance.
170 miles.
170 miles at an 8
Divided
hour.
by 4.
7 days.
Okay, and we know Bryn Chandar is like a major settlement. Like we'd be able to get more supplies there, right?
Bryn Chandar is the largest settlement in the north.
Because we want to go to. We're
The
going to go
Iron
to a
Masters,
crossroad.
which
and-
is to the west.
Yeah, well, we're going to a point, and then we want to go this way, but
You want
We're
to
going
go
to Bryn
west.
Chandar and then across to
But we-
Ironmaster.
well, not across because that'll be across the mountains. We might want to go back where we came and up the path again.
How about I just do this?
Yeah, here, just bring up the world map so we
Yeah.
can do the whole.
I guess we could go down the river to Ironmaster. Up at the horses.
Get a boat. But good luck with your cart.
Yeah. Is it going to be frozen that far north?
So do we go to Ironmaster or Bryn Chandar first?
We need
Well,
to
you
go to Bryn
gotta-
Chandar first for fast.
Yep. Yeah, we have to go there first for boss.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just get him out of the way.
So it's closer to 200.
200 miles.
200
Yes,
miles.
say 200.
200, 8 hours a day at a normal pace, 8 days and 3 hours.
Well, I would walk 200 miles.
So a
So
little
we'll get
over
8
a week. A little over a week.
We'll get
Yeah,
10
we-
days of supplies.
Okay. Mark down your
Rations.
costing calculations.
How much? That's how much.
Just literally
I'll
just look up the rations for everyone.
Yeah, I'll work it out. Don't
So,
worry.
Coin master, do your coin.
Crossbow
Just
bolts
let
are
me
just
know.
with one pair.
It's literally like one per, like one.
Yeah.
Probably even cost you like a silver piece for a set. Like for
How many
like,
silvers and a gold? Oh god.
10.
10.
Hold on, I'll
you.
check the crossbow
So
box.
if you,
for you.
if you would get like if you get a set of 20, you can get like a gold's worth for 200 of them. Or you guys can do what you can do the Vexalia plan that supposedly have your bag of holding and just fucking jump it full of arrows.
Where are the crossbow bolts? In the fucking.
I probably made it cheaper than it is. It's fine.
I'm pretty sure they're under the they're under items rather than weapons.
I'm looking at in adventuring gear. They're
They-
not there.
They should be in the table rather than the descriptions. I thought.
Yeah, crossbow bolts. I don't know if I'm blind, but I can't see them. Oh wait, it's under ammunition. That's why. 1 gold for 20 bolts.
One gold for 20 then. So work out how much you want to buy. Work out your cost. You all like are going about the shops. Kika, you pretty much just fly because you're looking for a very familiar thing.
Yeah, she
Uh,
after like just 5 minutes on the ground of like this crowd is far too big. It's like,
And you do
I
see-
can breathe up here.
You can see 2 tall, burly men, hoods over their heads, maces on their sides, and just like a gaggle of like maybe 5 or 6 kids, all just like leaning up. As you can just see, like this wooden stall just like lowering itself down so it's to their eye level, and you can just see a very elderly looking woman, just hunched over, like hag, like very much like the typical hag kind of look to her, very haggard looking, just smiling, shuffling cards, talking of like good fortunes and things like that. And like kids are trying to pay her in buttons and in like little bottle caps and things. She's taking them all as like proper currency.
Yeah.
And they all just like begin leaving. She just extends her hands out. You haven't even come down her to view yet. Dearie. You can just see that like older hag person, the same person who's read cards for you before in the past, just stood there.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for someone.
Who?
Sorry. I thought that they would be here. I didn't expect to see you here.
Oh, I travel around a lot.
Oh, I thought somebody that I knew really well was going to be here, but I guess maybe they left.
I don't think I've met anyone that I think knows you. But if you want anything from me, I'm here anyway. My shop's always open.
Oh, I don't want to trouble you. If you've not seen anybody, then it's fine. I'm sure you'd know them if you saw them.
You do begin hearing literally the equivalent of like a bird whistle, except it is from someone's lips from the other side of the shops. From like essentially, if this was on the north side of the market, you would hear it on the south side of the market, and that is definitely familiar to you.
Oh, that might be them. I'm sorry. I have to. I might come back, but I have to go. Sorry. It was nice seeing you.
And she's like, at this point, like she looks like she's just withered beyond like, even talking to you there was tiring.
Are you okay?
Oh, I haven't had my morning tea.
Oh.
I have a gentleman bringing me some. Don't you fret.
Oh.
Go talk to your friend.
Oh. Okay. Have a good day.
And you too.
Kind of like slightly confused, flies off.
Mm-hmm. And you do fly, and they're looking through a stall that has just a plethora of fruit. Is Auntie.
Oh, there you are! And she just literally like beelines.
She just like hears the sound, and she's got like this very heavy, thick, like furred, rimmed cloak over herself. It's the rest of it's bright red except for the white fur, and underneath her she's wearing a dress for winter, red attire of just like layered clothing, and just like the arms are extended out, like she's just holding an apple in one hand. And she just like reaches out. I'm here, dearie.
And it's just hug.
How have you been? Marvelous, I hope.
She's just like unhappy noises.
Just noises. Oh no.
Unhappy noises.
Pretty much think Gordon Ramsay. Oh baby, oh darling, marvelous. Where the other side of it is, you fucking donkey. But this is just the oh darling, marvelous baby, like to the little child. What's happened?
We had a really rough time getting here.
Oh dear. And she's like leaning down, kind of properly, like almost like kneeling for you, and just like is cleaning your face as you're there. And eventually, like you saw, anyone who's around the shops just keep going, whoop, zink, whoop, zink. And she has not come back up from that last one. So those who wish to make their way may do.
I'll try and make my way over.
So what's happened?
Well, first there were bandits, and they were really mean, and then there were manticores that like attacked us out of the forest, and that's only just from Port Last. Like there was horrible stuff before then, and then there was horrible stuff in the Port Last, which Legacy's probably told you a little bit about that. And then
I haven't spoken to her, no.
oh, and this is when Kika's like so overwhelmed that she does start crying again.
She just like puts her hands to either side of your head and just like fingers at like underneath your like jaws and chin, and you just feel like this warm sensation, and you just feel a lot calmer, just like setting over you. You're okay.
Someone came looking for loyalty, and they hurt King real bad, and I mean really, really bad. Like King died, and it's only because Runara was with us that we were able to fix it. But this person just came out of nowhere.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was quite surprising.
Oh, Runara!
Hey, yeah, we're here.
Hi.
Followed out of curiosity, but as soon as he hears this, he sort of stiffens and then sort of tries to
You're already being looked at.
shuffle.
You literally did the ta-ta-ta-ta, half leg out as you're walking towards her. Freeze frame.
I cast I see you.
No, well,
Okay.
you know, passive
Okay.
perception in the 20s. Good luck, God bless.
At casual.
Acting
Don't be
casual.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
No, you know,
Carry on.
I'm
Carry
thinking,
on.
you know, in the
On the
IT
dark.
crowd, it's like at casual. In the IT crowds, they all like stand there like. That's loyal to be like, right, be casual.
Oh, well. Come on now, everyone just relax for a second. I'm seeing that there's a lot here that's happened. That's very very unfortunate.
So much happened.
That is an understatement. But I think okay. The very first thing I must do is you, young Miss Renara.
Uh-huh.
And she just like motions for you to come towards her. Her hands are like outstretched to you.
Right, okay, yep. I'll approach, yeah.
And she just looks for a moment. Essentially, if you've ever seen the world or like understand the concept of like everything else is happening at like 10 million times like how slow it takes for them to normally do it, like everything is like damn near in freeze frame. That's everything except for you and her right now, Runara. And she just puts like one of her fingers out, stretches into like a long gangrel like claw, like just one finger, and she just like traces down like the front of your face, and you can just feel a burning. But every time she's doing it, you're hearing the equivalent of a vine snap, all the way down your chest, down, and in that freeze frame. Everyone just sees that she's just like got her arms to either side of Runara's shoulders as she does. Like that's all that you guys see until you just see 30 or so thorn vines just fall as she casts Remove Curse.
Oh.
Well.
Oh, you got cursed?
I mean, I was going to do that myself. I did prepare it. But yeah. Okay. Oh.
No.
Stamping?
Do I heal the damage that I previously took as well, or am I still...
You can now start healing the damage that
that
you
matter?
took, because that was going to linger if I didn't roll a fucking 90 on a D100.
Okay.
What? What did you just do? What happened? What was that?
That, unfortunately, dearie, is what happens when some people get. Whilst I'm sure you had your reason in anger, there are some things you don't touch. And what you look like happened was you received a rebuttal for doing something you shouldn't have as a mortal. Have you done anything recently to anger anyone of a fey nature?
Well,
Ah.
we killed that fey thing that attacked us. I burnt some flowers.
Hold.
Yeah, when it died.
Created like a little ring of flowers, and I burned them.
Dearies, in future, when a fey dies, you must never desecrate its body, which is what you did. That is the equivalent of killing the angel of a god, and then, because she's looking at you and trying to use a comparison you'd be familiar with, that is like desecrating the remains of an angel after you killed it. That's not an insult to the angel anymore, that's insulting the next step up. And they usually don't take that kindly.
Yeah.
So, that's what that was, and I've removed that because I could tell that that's what that was.
Thank you for that.
You're quite welcome, but you're also fortunate that I was here today. Because that would have just kept wrapping around itself until, well,
yeah,
the end, which thankfully it won't. She can't, without another instance of reason, she has no reason to do this to you now.
So that's
essentially. Yes?
So that's why you had a bad dream. See, I told you dreams aren't supposed to be bad.
No, I mean, but
dreams shouldn't be bad. It would be ideal if they weren't.
No, they're not bad.
Sometimes
dreams
people can
aren't
have
bad.
them.
What?
Sometimes. But only. It's only rare. You wouldn't need to worry about that, dearie.
Confused bird sounds.
But you won't need to worry about it. You're fine. You're okay. That's stuff you won't have to worry about. Master Loyalty.
Steps up.
I see that you stood up to her. I can tell because she's no longer got a touch to you. It's less now like she's got control, and more case she's still got a fingerprint. There's still a portion there, but that's more of a link to her. And unfortunately, that's the thing that can never go away. You've been hurt by someone. That doesn't disappear. But you might be on the right step to move on with it. But let's say you can just tell her, like, there's, even with her demeanor, she's only had like one or two twitches, and it's just been like a slight flare up of the nose. You shouldn't be bothered again for a while. As long as you let me know that it's okay for me to say that.
Listen, man, I know this sounds awful, but if it weren't for these fine folk right now, I probably would have. I probably wouldn't be here. And I don't mean that in terms of next door, if you get my drift. I mean as
I
in
understand. Dear boy. And she just like moves towards you a little bit and she just has like a hand on your shoulder. I'm very sorry that you've had that. And you shouldn't have to deal with that. If you want, I might be able to find you an alternative help on this. It's a lot of a thing of some things, like for example, casting a spell as she like waves to Renara, is easy to do. But I have a group of people who respect me that live further north. On the northwest side of the river, past this crossing on the northern means, you'll find a small forest. There are 3 sisters who live there. They will know to expect you if you go that way. They can help you.
Could you say that one more time? Specifically the location.
On the northern side, on the northeast side of the road, after you pass over the northern means, after you cross the river, there's a small forest with 3 sisters there. I'll have them expect you. And if you go that way, they can help you. Doors can be opened, but you must walk through them.
you have no idea how much this means to me. Those holding back tears.
She just puts her lips to her thumb, and then puts her thumb to your forehead. You'll be okay. Scars don't go away. And as she says that, you can just see that like one of her sleeves just like falls away, like just almost literally fades out of existence. And you can just see all across her arms there's these beautiful floral patterns. But scars are like carves in the ground. They're not needed for beauty to grow from them, but it gives you a good starting point. And you'll blossom in your own way.
Lo bows very deeply before coming back up.
She bows too. Manners are very important. And you're a good boy. But do yourself a favor. And she's like, 2 fingers like twack you on the top of the head. You remember that yourself.
Cute.
Is your friend Posey about?
Oh, she seems to have gone somewhere again.
Oh, she goes round
I'm
about
off
a lot.
buying crossbow bolts. I'm around, but I'm just not there.
Definitely not
Yeah,
actively avoiding.
Certainly
she's,
not. Don't know what you're talking about.
She's on the wind, as most petals are.
Taking words that she used to use and having them for yourself is very important too. With new meanings. do my best, but I must be off.
Already?
Definitely. I can't stay for long without Puffalos, trips on limited. They get tiring.
Okay.
Don't you fret, little one. I'll always have someone around. And she just like leans down and just like kisses you on like the bridge of the beak.
Just gives him a big hug.
She returns it, she reciprocates it. Very well. It is unfortunate that I must be brief. But keep an eye on each other. And she's like looking towards the tower, which has got like this. From a distance, it looked like almost a trident, but now it looks like a gnarled three-fingered hand pointing up to the sky. Do avoid those. Definitely not worth the effort. I love you all, dears. You take care. And she like throws the apple she was looking at in the stall to you, Kika. And when you look at it, look back up, she's gone.
Oh, that was a nice visit.
And that's where we're going to leave the session.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just as we wrap up, 7 gold if you want to chip in for supplies. If you don't chip in, then we will find you and we will kill you.
I'll chip in. Jesus.
Fine,
Just in
sure,
general.
when you put it that way.
God.
Apologies in advance for this, but that was like Brunara channeling some mafia vibes. Good God.
I
Well-
feel like the end of this session is like, is everybody nice and confused? Good.
I've got Mafia on the mind after Dash just fucking whispered to me.
Fucking whisper.
I said it to girls, by the way, Dash.
Yeah.
We were both talking about our torment. Our nighttime torment.
Our torments.
I didn't torment you!
No, I
You
missed
burned the fairy fort!
Yeah, so I'll do it again.
Yeah.
And I'll fucking do it again.
Better get ready to have remove curse, motherfucker.
that. And now I know how to fix it.
Cool, guess we'll end the stream there.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.